Today on Coffee Connoisseur Corner. I'm kidding, guys. We're talking about tools today. What kind of tools do you need? What is it you're supposed to start with? I said in the last video that you need 2 sets, right? Well, I want to show you the 2 sets that I like and why. First off, I will say I've went through 11 billion tool sets in the last 10 years. I found 2 that work. One that kind of works. A lot of guys are probably going to hate on me for this. It kind of works. MIP. I love MIP. MIP makes good stuff. Problem is, I've broke the 1.5 driver about a dozen times. And that kind of makes me think that they're not all super great. So, I'm going to show you the 2 sets I have. I go for quality now over quantity. The only cheap tool I have, a $4 pair of needle nose pliers. You're going to want needle nose pliers. Straight and the kind with the hook at the end of the curve. Curve will help you lay the wires down to get you a good solder. You can do it with the straight too. Curve is easier. The next thing you'll need. Some sets come with these, some sets don't. Lexan shears. Teeny tiny little shears. They're curved. These help you get around all those tight corners and get your bodies cut out nicely. Speaking of bodies, look at that sweetness. I guess you could technically say I have 3 tool sets because I also have these guys. Speed tips. These are from Sticky Kicks RC. These are titanium nitride coated. If you're not familiar with titanium nitride, it's also called tin. T-I-N. It hardens everything to make it really, really, really strong. They don't round out. They don't break. They pop right in any speed tip driver. You know, whether it be Bosch or pine pollen is a wonderful thing. Whether it be Bosch or DeWalt or whatever, as long as it's a speed tip, you're good to go. So you could technically say I have 3 sets of tools if you include those 4 drivers. I mentioned these last time. I'm going to mention them again. Sticky Kicks tool set. I've got my nice stand here that they all sit in. You can also put it up. If you put it up, you can put them through like that. Just depends on how you're able to mount, or if you just want it to sit on your desk. You get 1.5 driver, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, nut drivers, 4, 5.5, 7, and even an 8. How many tool sets do we have around here that actually have an 8 in them? Not many. Sticky Kicks actually thought about the nitro guy and stuck an 8mm driver for your glow right there. And also an incredibly sharp body reamer. And like I shared in the last video, one of the most awesome pair of shock pliers I've ever seen. So you're saying, okay, well, you got everything right there. Why do you have 2? Because you don't always need just one. You need 2. So here's my other set. This is actually a set that I've used for a long time. It's from Aeromax Tools. I'm going to show you the positives and the negatives to both of these. I'm just going to leave this in the bag because it's a lot. You've got 7, 5.5, and 5.0. 7, 5.5, and 5.0. You don't use 5.0s very often. Notice something missing? 8. They don't take care of the guy who's got the nitro car. Except they've got a great tuning driver in here for your nitro car. They've got a great flathead for your low-speed needle. They've got Phillips heads for those potentially oddball cars that have Phillips heads. It's awesome. Here's another thing I like about this kit. These 3 drivers, a 2, 2.5, and a 3.0, with a ball head. You'd be thinking, why do I need a ball head? Well, because sometimes you've got those pesky arm bolts that are on the bottom of your shock that you're just always at an angle, and you're like, why do I keep rounding that screw out? And it's because you're at an angle. Straight blades don't work for that. Let's talk about pros and cons. First, we'll do the pros. I'll just go straight here with the 2.0. I do 2.0s on both these. So I'll just put this down. By the way, the body reamer in that is a ProTech body reamer. Works well, just not as sharp or as well put together as the Sticky Kicks one, in my opinion. So let's first start with the Aeromax. This is the Aeromax Honeycomb set. They're rather expensive. They are really nice. Really nice. I love the length of them. That's the, like, here, I'll show you the 2.0 on the Sticky Kicks one. Now, remind you, I'm a Sticky Kick sponsor driver, so you know I'm telling you the truth on this when I say what I really like about these is the length. Look at that. It's got like 3/4 of an inch. That is one thing that I really like about these, is the length. Because sometimes you just need the length to get to certain things. The other thing, they're super, super light. These things hardly weigh anything. Here's the downfall. This honeycomb, it looks cool. It fits your pinky well. You can hold your pinky on there pretty darn well. It doesn't create a lot of grip. If your hands are as greasy as you just got done working on your Uncle Dave's 72, El Camino that's had 14 blown head gaskets on it, and you got oil all over your hands, that's when these Sticky Kicks ones are awesome. Look at that handle. I'm not sure if you can really tell that, but that is serrated. Not a sharp serration, of course, it's flat. It has so much grip that this thing, no matter how oily your hands are, you will not slip on this. I use this a lot of times to build kits. I use these to maintain kits. There's a few times I've used these in building process, but these are my go-to on the track, in the pit bag tools. So that's some pros and cons. Length and grip. These are a little weightier, so if you're somebody who likes to have a little more weight in your hand, the Sticky Kicks are great too. Airmax gives you the nice bag, but the nice bag doesn't really work if you're just working on a desk like I am right now. Tilt down just a little bit so you can see. I'm just using a basic desk at home. That's the only downfall. You don't really get anywhere to put your stuff. Now they will fit in the Sticky Kicks one, which is what I do with them. Those are some good things to have. Another thing you'll need, soldering iron. What soldering iron should I use? There's a lot of good options out there. There's some really good Hakos. There's some really nice Wellers. Weller makes some really nice ones for $350. Nobody ever spends $300 on a soldering station. At good old Horizon Hobby, Track Power. What the heck is this thing? TK950. Let me move my body again. Oh, sorry. Nice soldering station. Nice soldering iron. Flat tip and point tip, or chisel tip and point tip, depending on who you want to talk to. And then you've got it strapped down. Nice soldering booth with adjustable knobs, and I really do have this strapped down. Tools, tools, tools. Tools are important. You need tools. Last but not least, pit stand. Everybody thinks, oh, I don't need a pit stand. You need a pit stand. Look, Sticky Kicks makes one with a shock building station on it. You're thinking, oh great, what do you do? Everybody has a shock building station. That's true. 2 different shock sizes on there. Nice. Swivels. Goes around. Like I said, in one video has it measuring on there. All aluminum. Here's a great thing about it. On this side, there's a set screw. Grab your 2L. Loosen the set screw. Ooh, really spinny. Tighten the set screw. Tighter. Or you can go like that and you get a solid pit stand. Whether you want one that rotates or one that's solid, Sticky Kicks has you covered for both. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That is how today's gonna go. Just a little informational video for you. I don't know how you people that don't drink coffee do it. So until next time, keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up, and remember to stay in the groove.